Today we are doing our petty revenge. The first story is blocked my mother's other son. I have a half-brother. He's a pose addict who drained my late parents of tens of thousands of dollars. We share a biological mum, but his biological dad is my stepdad. But he was my dad for 40 years. Not important, but full context. The day of my dad's funeral, I caught my brother trying to pawn my dad's tools. I recovered everything, but this was the last straw. I knew my dad's Facebook password, so I logged into his account and simply just blocked my brother. That's it. But there are countless pictures he can never see again. He could try and create a new account, but I have my dad's pretty well locked down. Sorry bro, I don't want to disturb your game. My brother likes to play PlayStation or whatever in that EV room where everyone chills. BC the room is comfy. He plays for hours and demands absolute silence, except for anything he wants to say. He likes to explain his game to people. No one asks, but we politely tolerate it. But no one can say literally anything without him getting pissy at you about disturbing his game. It doesn't even have to be to him. You can't talk to anyone else or he accuses you of lying and trying to talk to him while he's trying to play. But if anyone else is watching in there and then he comes into the room, he likes to, incorrectly, explain what you've been watching to you, make terrible jokes, and philosophicalize morality lessons from whatever it is. Usually about people towards himself. Everything is about him. Talking over whatever you're trying to watch the whole time. He usually gets angry if you ask him to please stop. He'll accuse you of yelling, having an attitude, or being a bitch. And then he's right back to it again. I got home tonight and was walking down the hallway, past that EV room when he's playing and he calls out to me, trying to explain something to me about his game when I stop him and say, sorry, but I don't want to disturb you when you're playing your game. That set him off for a good 10 minutes of insults and yelling. He has problems, but I have limits. I'm not a saint. Next story. Zero effort messing with my neighbor. A couple months ago I parked in front of a neighbor's house. Mind you, it's street parking in a housing tract, not assigned parking. All the neighbors are generally courteous and usually park in front of their own homes, except on trash day when all bets are off. Well, I parked there and left my car a couple extra days due to a medical emergency. Went to move it and found a Karen ESQ note about not parking there. I parked there again a few weeks later, and they thought the proper response was to rinse my car off. Yes, they hosed my car off, which I admit is a pretty funny petty revenge. Now since they failed to walk some 200 feet to express their concerns, I decided to start parking there from time to time when I was only going to be home for an hour or so before going out again. Since clearly this isn't enough time to get their hose out, the new response is to pull their BMW or Mercedes out of their garage and park in the street to block me. I won't park there for a few days, then will do so randomly for a few minutes. Triggers them moving their car without fail. Next story. You wanna see me poop? Sure buddy. I would extend the same courtesy as well. My cat has this habit. The moment I close my bathroom door, she would paw at it and howls loudly like I'm a mother who just abandoned her child. But when she goes to her litter box, she wouldn't let anyone see her do her business. Even if you so much walk in front of that box, while she's trying to do whatever she needs to do, she would stop, get out and wait till the coast is clear. Yesterday, she wasn't just howling but started body slamming at the bathroom door. So naturally I wanted to extend the same because I care so much about her and stood in front of the litter box, dead staring at her while I cheered her on. She can't stop going in and out of the box multiple times, meowed at me to go away, and after a minute, I did a smirk on my face. This morning she left me alone while I'm in the bathroom. Edit, calm your nerves people. I didn't say this is something I do often. In fact, first one and no intention to repeat. I demonstrated clearly why her behavior is appalling and she gets the memo. As of now, she has stopped body slamming the door. She still tries to follow me to the bathroom and she has win that fight once today, lol. But no body slamming anymore. Not first cat or beginner at being a mum cat. Also knows even pets need a little discipline. Next story. I think we're better as friends. In high school, I had a massive crush on this guy who was in a few of my classes. We went out on an amazing date, in my opinion, and he expressed that he was really into me. Fast forward a few days post-date, and I got a "I think we're better off as friends" text out of nowhere from him. I was crushed. And then I was even more hurt when 2 days later, he became official with another girl. Disappointed face. Fast forward 10 years and we're both adults living in the same city. We reconnected over social media and arranged a time to hang out. He's still really cute lol. We went on a few dates. And then I realized, he's just an ass. Kind of rude. Talked down to me. Constantly was comparing me to other girls. Got it, bro. I could tell he was into me and wanted to take things further. We had only kissed, not fully hooked up yet, but he was hinting towards sleepovers etc. I knew I needed to end it and wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine, so I hit him with the "I think we're better off as friends." Deja vu motherfucker. I at least had the decency to call him to let him down. It's been like 6 years and I haven't heard a peep from him since the day. Oh well. Next story. Oh, you're gonna call cops? BC 1/5 of my car is past the no parking sign. Guess I'm gonna park there every day now. I usually park in my BF's driveway, but one day he washed his car so his car was in the center of the driveway. I parked a few houses down in front of a hedge not close to a mailbox or driveway. I didn't see the no parking sign till the next morning. I knew when I saw the ticket someone had to have called it in. BC it's far into a big suburban neighborhood on a Tuesday, at the end of a cul-de-sac. Cops aren't just strolling around. Then I read the ticket and cop was like, "Hey, someone sent videos and pics. I had to ticket you." Like, WTF, who cares? I'm not in front of a driveway or mailbox. The back fifth of my car was past the sign. So I knew which house called it in. BC, I've been watching, and they normally park their truck there. Well, I also learned I get off work about 30 minutes before, so now I park my car there, and make sure it's in front of the sign, every time I come over. The last time I parked there, the lady was blowing leaves in her driveway and looked livid. She made weird scoffing noise, and just stood there while not leaf blowing, and I faked a phone call. BC, I was uncomfortable. Like, I would never have parked there again. I always have a spot in my BF's driveway, but you had to call the cops on me. Next story.
Our petty revenge. My boyfriend looked up spoilers to our favorite video game, so I did, too. My boyfriend and I play Zelda, Breath of the Wild together. I am a take your time and enjoy the ride kind of gal, while he is a let's look up how to beat this game right now kind of guy. Because his way ruins all the fun, we came up with a rule. No looking up spoilers. We were looking for a particular challenge, the 8 heroine side quest for my fellow Zelda nerds, for a very long time. Suddenly, my boyfriend said, "I did something bad. I looked up where to go. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't take it anymore." I told him it was fine but that he could not tell me what he had seen. He agreed. I then excused myself to the bathroom and looked up the location as well. I then spent the next hour and a half wandering so close to the location without ever making it there. I could see him squirming around in his seat every time I got close. When I jumped off the cliff the statue was built into, gliding down to the base of the statue and continuing on without turning around to look at it, I thought he was going to explode. He was clenching his hair in both fists and biting his lower lip trying to contain himself. That's when I caved and told him what I had done. He thought it was hilarious and told me about how he wanted more than anything to yell, "Turn around. What are you doing?" We had a good laugh about it. He hadn't looked up a spoiler since.
Final story. Stepping on shoe of racist idiot. There's this ableist, sexist, homophobic and racist kid in my class, who honestly has the worst case of a god complex I've ever seen. He keeps on going around saying that he is so much better than everyone. He even threatened to kill and hit me multiple times. He also told me, 14F, to go to the kitchen and all that idiotic shit. Basically, the main point of his oblivious mind is that he's so much better because he's rich. I see his Hugo Boss shoes outside every day. School has slipper policy for some reason, and it's now my mission to loosen up the threads, or just cause damage to it. Only minor damage. Nothing tragic, just hoping that eventually over time it snaps or breaks. BTW, to make it worse, he's 14 million and dresses like an American father. Leather shoes, dark blue work jeans, and a light blue button-up t-shirt. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.